I'm divorced, but I still spend holidays with my ex and his family and my children. And that's still keeping the traditional family going in a different sense.
Welcome to Listen to Black Women. I'm L'Oreal, and I'm joined by a whole lot of fun. My girl Jessie Woo right here, Danielle Young, Melyssa Ford, and of course, Torrei Hart. Hearing y'all talk about everything and like how y'all feel about your futures, and it kind of makes me feel a little left out because I feel sometimes confused about what I want. I do know that I do not want to have kids unless I'm married. But when I sit and think about it, am I ready? Because I've been in a position where I almost got to the point where I'm talking about baby, and then I really think about it like, I don't know if I could be with this motherfucker for 65 more. I got to see his ass every day, 65 years.
And also, like, getting involved in the entertainment industry really early on, everybody has Peter Pan syndrome. So it's just like, how do you
even choose?
Yeah.
But I feel like, can I offer for you, I think the modern woman gets to choose. Like, I think our mothers and grandmothers and them probably felt like they didn't necessarily get that choice and they went the way of marriage and all the things because that's what it had to be. But because we are so non-traditional as women, we don't have to make that choice. It's not dire anymore. Sure, our uteruses have timelines, but even that there's a breath of fresh air in that, in the ability to freeze eggs and the ability to adopt or to create families in ways that are different and non-traditional.
I always feel like if it's not meant for me, God is not gonna let it happen.
Recently, my aunt would, because I'm like the last cousin with no kids.
Me too.
Yeah, and they're all like, where are your children? My aunt was like, Jessica, you can have your kids by yourself. You don't need no man. Who my best one side? Just have your kids by yourself.
They done gave up.
You know, yeah, they gave up. They're like, girl, where the kids at? You know, and I'm not gonna let me not finding Prince Charming or me not getting married stop me. Like, I'm going to have kids. Like, I'm going to have children. I don't care if I got to go down to the clinic and say, I want that one, that one, that one. I'm going to have my children. That's not the end of the road.
Sometimes, because I was married, I'm divorced. I ended up raising my kids by myself anyway. So you never know how it's going to play out. So
marriage isn't a guarantee.
That's not a guarantee.
Yeah. Well, see, that's something I knew, but that's why I made it clear. That would be an example, like, for me, that I would want to set, like, look, we tried. We was married when we had you. Ain't work. and now his ass is out. I'm saying it based off of experience because my sisters had kids. One of them was married with one of the children, wasn't married with the other. But I saw their struggle. And I do know that the one that was married, he's still around and still prevalent in his child's life.
As a child that came from a marriage, I mean, both of my parents met in church. My father was preaching, my mom was a choir director. Like, she did it the right way. And 2 years ago, I was dating someone. Like, I really thought this man was gonna be my husband. Like, it was just in a short amount of time, he really love bombed me when I look back at it. But I remember calling my mom and crying to my mom. I was like, Mom, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get married. My mom said, take your time. Like, yes, I was married and I did everything right, but she said, I gave you the wrong father. I did it the right way, but I gave you the wrong father. For me, that really stuck with me because I had never heard anybody say that to their kid. I would never just wanna just give my children the wrong father for the sake of saying, well, we were married first. I would prefer to be married, but more than anything, I would prefer for my children to have a healthy upbringing, even if it's just me.
Modern day woman has so many more options open to her without society's judgment or expectations.
Yeah.
But what does that mean for the Black family?
I think it means a lot of things. I think, because we also are talking in a traditional sense of heterosexuality here. Because there's so many more representations of what family looks like, the modern day woman gets to release herself from those constraints and gets to have a freedom around being a world builder. Everything is just not one way, black and white, but we still hold on to these traditions because that's what tradition is.
But you call them constraints, and then you also call them traditions.
Yeah, because to me, tradition does feel like constraints.
They can be constraining. I remember going down a rabbit hole on TikTok with white women talking about being trad wife. There's a trad wife side of TikTok where you have white women telling you that being a traditional wife is not what it's cracked up to be. Even to your point where you were like, well, what does that mean for the Black family? The white family is breaking up too. I think sometimes it's just like, oh, this is a Black problem. No, everybody is going through this. Like the white women are on TikTok losing their minds, telling us marriage does not give women what it used to give women anymore.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm saying this as someone who does want to be married. But even when I get married, I'm gonna have a prenup. I'm gonna have certain things in line for myself because I'm not marrying you to get out of anything.
So do you feel like at this present time, because you said kids, besides that, do you feel like you have it all?
Hell yeah, I have it all. I got a good wig. I got a good job.
I was gonna ask
I
you
got a
about
good
that.
job.
That's all you
Yeah. My still works, you know, like I got money in the
It's still
bank. I have
coochie.
my own home. Like I have good health. To me, having the freedom to be who I want to be is having it all.
Do you think the modern day family, is it over? Is it different? Is it shifted? Are gone the days that we were electric sliding in the backyard together with mom, dad, uncle, aunt, and cousins?
I feel like it's definitely different. I'm divorced, but I still spend holidays with my ex and his family and my children. So we make it our own modern thing. Because you're still family at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, we're not romantically, we didn't work out, but we are still a family. And that's still keeping the traditional family going in a different sense, in my opinion.
It's evolved. we'll
Yeah,
say.
it's evolved.
I think it's in a
Exactly.
highly transitional state right now with Gen X, Millennial, and Gen Z, and we're wildly different. So it's just like the concept of like the nuclear family and what that even looks like, it's shifting like crazy, you know what I mean? Like, there's a throuple on the cover of New York Magazine right now. These are the concepts of what family looks
But
like.
you know we can stop things like this from happening. Do we want to? Because imagine if you did have children or you have your niece or your nephew and they come to you, they go, look, auntie, I'm about to join this throuple.
These kids
We about to
are
pull up. Can we
throuples,
come?
babe.
by your house and
They
eat dinner?
is.
Well,
free
you
now,
have to
babe.
just
They
talk
free.
to them normal and just hear what they saying, because you want them to feel safe so they can talk to you anyway. So just when you talk to them, just hear what they got to say.
I feel like when it comes to the Black family, it always is on the shoulders of Black women to like preserve the Black family. Black men are not that pressed to preserve the Black family. And so I think like with women, part of being a modern day woman is preserving yourself, preserve your children, whoever you have them with, preserve your, your mental health, preserve your wealth. That's what I'm preserving.
Self-preservation.
All right.
That's the modern
What'd you
Black
say?
woman.
Self-preservation.
And at the end of the day, the
day
day
got
on end.
Right.
We're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank y'all so much for opening up and just expressing everything, all your feelings, all the truths. This is Listen to Black Women. Thank you so much for watching.